And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. To spell that out, you will not be able to work in the United Kingdom.
My father did everything they told him to, lined up and took every single jab. And every time I'd beg him, Dad, please just think, he'd just laugh and call me crazy. We spread his ashes at his favorite park. I have to say I thought I was out of tears until his sister whispered into my ear, my love, welcome to our weeping years. Welcome to our weeping years. Tanya was a nurse working in the bush. She didn't want to take it herself, but because she loved the people out there, she decided to take a chance. Now she's going through a metamorphosis because Pfizer gave her multiple sclerosis. Now she lives with her mother in the city like a ghost, watching us all forget her. And while she is still too angry for tears, all I could hear in her burning eyes was her broken heart warning me, my love, welcome to our weeping years. Welcome to the weeping years. And no one is allowed to talk about it. Take all your pain and keep it to yourself. If vaccines are safe and effective, then you must be the thing that's wrong. You're not worthy of state recognition. You're not worthy of any compensation. Not even worthy of a human singing your song. She was 92 and dying in a nursing home, and because her family said no to the jabs, none of them were allowed to see her, so it was clear she would die alone. But then one of her older granddaughters took matters into her own hands. After dark, she would break into the home and sneak down the corridors like a thief. And while the cares were all watching TV, she would climb in bed and spoon her grandmother. She would get into her grandmother's foot and spoon. And even now I can see them there, huddled together like babes lost in the woods, as we in our endless madness, hurricanes around them, as our madness hurricanes. Oh, can't you hear our gods whispering? If you guys don't find a way to conquer fear, then you're just gonna keep traveling down deeper into the weeping years. Deeper and deeper and deeper into the weeping years. And no one is allowed to talk about it. Take all your pain and keep it to yourself. Look around at all these tumultuous years, for lying has replaced the truth. And the one lie that they need to you to sell to your children is that their system cares for you.
You know what gives me strength? The hundreds of thousands of you that say, Charlie, keep going.
Okay, we've got a special show coming up. We don't usually do a show at this time, but Dr. Miley is, wow, you just got to hear this from the woman herself. This is the great woman, Australian of the Year, unrecognised.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor. Tell them what you've done. It's incredible. I've been reading myself.
Right. So I had my hearing in December and in March of this year. December last year and March of this year, and then I have had to dismiss my lawyers because of various reasons, but I self-represent in August to put an argument for the closing submission. And what happened is that during these proceedings, from the very first day, the judge insisted that that there's an official transcript for the hearing, and I was required to contribute to the costs of the transcription. So for the December hearing, which was 4 days, and then the March hearing was 3 days. So those two hearings together amounted to $6,000 on my part. And I didn't want to pay because I don't have money. I haven't been working for 4 years. And so I said to my barrister that I don't want to pay. And he said, no, this is an order made by the judge and I have no choice. So I paid, because otherwise I don't get to read the transcript, and because it's an authorized transcript, so it's the same. So it makes sense to for the parties to have the same transcript, and also the members as well. And the judge said that because it's such an important case, that he needs to have the transcript so that it's black and white. And and also they're going to make the decision based on this transcript. So what happened is that when I received, so in August, they didn't ask me to pay for the transcript. So I was surprised that they forwarded me a copy. So when I received the copy, I was a bit sort of perplexed, because part one of transcript was missing. So there was no part one. Part two only had a few lines, and then there's part three and so forth. So I asked the HCCC Complaints Commission why that was, and they said, well, this is the because part one was where that was important, because I applied to have a friend of mine, to be a lay advocate for me. So he was going to be a spokesperson for me.
That was Tony.
And there was, Tony. And the judge made a ruling on that. And they just removed that entirely. And they said, well, that's not considered to be part of your hearing. Well, I disagree. It is part of my hearing, because, and that's important, because I didn't think that the ruling was correct, and I want to be able to challenge that. But I then noticed, so since I took over the responsibility of running my case, I noticed that my transcript, the December transcript, were in a daily format, in a PDF form, which I thought it's, above board, that kind of thing. But the transcript in March, the 3-day hearings, that was in one file in a Word document. And I thought, that's strange, because why would one be in a Word document and the other one's in a PDF? So I asked the HCCC Complaints Commission, and they said they did not answer my question. Instead, they talk about the August transcript. But the August transcript wasn't what I was asking. I was asking the March transcript, because that was in Word document. So I emailed them multiple times. So eventually, a week ago, they said to me that there was no alterations in the transcript that they sent to me, that they sent me an email without someone behind. There was no name behind that email. There was a department of the Healthcare Complaints Commission, the legal services department, and this person. I'm going to quote because I put it up on my Facebook. It states that, so this person said that I confirm that no alterations have been made to the by commission. So what does that mean? There's no alterations been made to what? By whom? Because the Healthcare Complaints Commission is known as the commission, not commission. So which commission? So it looks like they telling me that there was no alterations, but by whom? Who wrote this email, and what, which document was not altered? So I emailed the tribunal, because I said to the tribunal that they can't rely on a transcript that's unauthorized. And I also emailed the transcript company and asking them, and I called them multiple times asking them why it was in a Word document. Can you please send me the copy?
That is so sus. That is so sus. A legal document sent as a Word document. Come on.
But also the document came via the Healthcare Complaints Commission. I didn't get a direct email from the transcription company. So last night or yesterday evening, I got an email from the transcription company, and they said that I'm not their client. Only the Healthcare Complaints Commission is their client, and that what they were instructed to do by the Healthcare Complaints Commission was to produce intelligent verbatim transcript. So intelligent verbatim.
In other words, we'll report what the Health Commission wants to remember.
Yes. So basically, they can omit whatever they like. So they can keep whatever they want, and whatever they think it's unintelligent.
That's right,
they can remove it. But essentially, what the email said to me is that the Healthcare Complaints Commission gives instruction to the transcription company, and the document that's produced is made to fit whatever the Healthcare Complaints Commission want. It's not exact to the exact recording of the.
So it's not a transcription; it's just a story.
Miley, shouldn't the tribunal be the client?
That's it.
Isn't it meant to be a neutral, objective record of what went on? I remember when the I'm not going to use inverted commas, when the judge said that he wanted a transcript. He was very certain, very deliberate, and he knew it would be cost, because you don't normally do transcripts in the tribunal. It's meant to be less formal, but that's the first question. It seems odd to me that they claim that the Health Commission is their client, because they're the ones prosecuting you. And I thought, and so it's not at all sus that oh, by the way, we didn't alter this and send it to it's not at all sus at all. So that's my first comment.
Well, you're right. So you're on the right track. The thing is the legislation. So the CAT Act, which is the Civil and Administrative Tribunal Act 2013. So that's the legislation that that NCAT has to follow. So Section 64 states that the tribunal is to make and keep a record of its proceedings.
The tribunal.
Yes.
Not the commission, not the
Healthcare Complaints Commission.
Not the government. The tribunal is meant to be the neutral arbiter.
Yes.
Just check it.
Yeah. So it has the duty. It's mandatory for the tribunal to do that, and this responsibility cannot be delegated to any of the parties. because they keep telling me, why don't you pay $2 per page for the service? Why don't you take the recording and listen to it? Well, that's actually that entirely missed the point. The judge made an order for the transcript to be produced, and that has to produce to the standard of the tribunal. So it should be exactly as what it's in the recording, and the tribunal has to sign off to it as well. They have to authorize and certify that that is the exact copy of what happened at the hearing. So I've now got a transcript that sort of been instructed and produced for the Healthcare Complaints Commission.
Where'd Riley go? She got jettisoned.
Is she in your box?
No, I mean, she was there one moment and then pop. She's coming.
Hello. What happened?
No idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So yes. So this version.
That's exactly right, Terry.
What's important is that the transcript company has said to me that they have altered the transcript.
Okay, let's stop that. Let's just go slow there. So first off, they said they hadn't. You're not their client, but now the transcript company has said that they've altered the legal document. Now they wouldn't do that by themselves. They're not going to sit there and go,
well, hang on, wait.
I don't like
let me correct that. They said that they take instruction from the Healthcare Complaints Commission. So in the August hearing, they removed the whole of section 1, or the whole of part 1, and that was the instruction from the Healthcare Complaints Commission.
Corruption. I mean, come on. Surely this is corruption. This is supposed to be legal. This is your registration on the thing here, and they're just they can't do this. Surely this is illegal. This is fraud, right?
Well, it's not authorized version. I need an authorized version for the.
No, but the fact that they're changing it after the hearing, they're changing it. What's the point of having a hearing if they're going to go, oh no, we're going to change it? Sorry, Paul.
I was going to say that. Sorry, Paul.
I was going to say, remember how we desperately wanted it to be televised. We wanted people to be able to watch this. The transcript is one level of chicanery, but if when you're making claims about, but people can't see the eye rolling going on, in the members as they're being exposed evidence, so we missed a lot by not having it televised, and now we've got this echo of the stuff that I saw and experienced, your Inquisition, frankly, and you don't get the flavor of the malice and the mindset of the people in that room from the. Now they're trying to whitewash the last little bits of obvious bias, because it'll be in that section, in the deliberate, at least part of it, in their attitudes towards you having support. It will betray their betray their attitude towards you, their real attitude, by not allowing you to have support. Or if that's not true, it would be available in the transcripts, and we could see the thinking and eliminate that.
You don't think you're downplaying it, though, Paul? No. I mean, this is just fraud, isn't it? I mean, this is a criminal. This should be a criminal act. You can't have a hearing and then change the transcript afterwards because you don't like something.
Well, I can't accuse them of changing the transcript at the moment, but what happened is that the the version that was given to the Healthcare Complaints Commission was in Word form, so they can do whatever they like, and they converted that into the PDF document and sent that to me. And they didn't tell me that. It was my interrogation that resulted in them confessing to me. And so I didn't know that they sent it to them in Word document, and they shouldn't be sent. That the transcription company should not be sending it to the Healthcare Complaints Commission in the transcript hearing in Word document, and then allow them to do whatever they want, and the tribunal just accepts whatever. It doesn't work like that.
They could have just given the recording straight to the Health Commission, and then they could have printed it up how they like it, which is basically what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
And so what's interesting is that they said that the Healthcare Complaints Commission is their client, and that their client in the Healthcare Complaints Commission instructed them to produce this intelligent verbatim transcript, as opposed to the proper formal transcript for the hearing, for like the full transcript.
What do they mean intelligent? So like if I was in the court, nothing I said would make it because I'm not clever enough. I mean, what do they mean intelligent transcript?
I think that there's anything that I don't know. There's anything that not intelligent or not relevant, but everything's relevant.
And who's to know what's not relevant?
Yes, and who is to decide what's not relevant? The Healthcare Complaints Commission?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, when you look at a normal transcript, you'll hear...
oh, look, here we go. Terry Fisher. Transcriptionists must never correct grammar in verbatim transcription. Even if incorrect, as speech patterns can provide important context. Thank you, brother Terry. This is what I'm saying. This is mates helping mates, and they don't realize, they never thought they'd find anyone with a Cambodian tiger as a soul that has the courage to actually challenge them. This should be your case thrown out, people sacked, and basically a full-on investigation. Because how many other doctors out there have been deregistered because they friggin', they've been doctoring the transcripts? Who's to know?
There's more. There's more to this. The transcription company has admitted that they have been doing this as a common practice for years, and they have had 130 odd cases this year.
Wow, just this year.
Yeah. So
how do they define?
This is a systemic issue. This is a systemic issue. It's a very serious problem, and the tribunal has to. So I request that the tribunal suspend the decision of my case, and they have to they have to produce the authorized version of the transcript and base their decision on that. If not, they would commit a jurisdictional error because they can't rely on a transcript that's tainted.
Absolutely.
And also this has could affect many cases. So they need to do an audit of what's been happening, what the Healthcare Complaints Commission's been up to all this time, or how many years has this been going on for?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I can't believe they could just sweep this under the carpet. I mean, this is just legally wrong,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Paul?
I think you must be a sovereign citizen thinking like that. You're clearly, you sound anti-establishment, and
it's the other way around. I'm a citizen of the country. I just happen to be sovereign as well. And it's citizen sovereign. Right. It's the other way around. That's the problem with it.
I'm saying, I'm a sovereign individual, and you're a sovereign individual, and we're all sovereign individuals. And I think Yeah, that's just a psyop, that thing. Yeah.
Now, did you talk to the guy who confessed to changing it, or was it just an email? And how did you get him to suddenly confess? And that was the word you used, confess, which anyone thinking this is not illegal, well, the person who's let the cat out of bag confessed. So you know what I mean? Confessed, illegal. You know, these are like, you know, yeah, some of these words go together. So
I sent an email to
g'day, Jason,
the transcription company, and they said that you're not a client,
Lana.
you're not our client. We're not going to, you know, have to answer to you. So I thought
Would
maybe
you do
I'll
that if
ring
you're
them
up for
up.
murder? You know, do you go,
Well, that's it.
Can I say you can understand an intelligent, what do they call it? Intelligent verbatim being useful to remove ums and ahs if it doesn't change the sense of the speech, which I think is what they're probably arguing. But withholding your parts of your transcript and in particular serving it to you in this sort of Word document after saying, "Oh, it hasn't been altered," and the whole idea that the Health Commission is their employer, you know, rather than the court. To me, those are the more important issues, because I can sort of get that they're using some sort of AI or whatever to get rid of the ums and ahs, and it could be neutral to the meaning. And again, like I say, a lot of that meaning is lost because we didn't get to see the videos. If you saw the videos, you know, you could see the burning at the stake. The sort of lost, you know, in the banal transcript, which they're now simplifying. But it's the things, those are the things to me that ring the largest. It's harder to explain, you know, that happening without some sort of corruption, you know.
But even so, it sets it. The reason they do it verbatim is that these are people's livelihoods on the line, and that's what has to be recorded. So even the ums and ahs could look for nervousness, could look for somebody lying. These are all really important. It might not sound important, but it is. You know, this isn't fiction. You know, this is non-fiction.
I'm just explaining the
I understand what you're saying.
That's what they will hit back with. The you know, so it's fast, doesn't change the meaning.
It doesn't matter though. This is not like I prefer
You're so old
this
school.
is law. This is law. You can't do it. It's illegal. Just because
look, they make up the rules. They make up the rules so anything's legal because they can just say it's legal. But it's a good point. It's a good point.
I don't know.
When you take out those details, nuances can be lost. Just like it not allowing it to be videoed, huge amounts of nuances have been lost. I'm just, you know, my mum had the saying, sometimes people chase after the feather and leave behind the eiderdown, so I'm just trying to focus on the things that they won't distract.
But even you said they took out the first bit, Miley. That was because what if it can be challenged that Tony actually could have spoken for you?
Yes.
You know what I mean? How do we know? How can you go back and challenge this? G'day, Lynn. How could you go back and so to me, this is really, really. I reckon this is like a golden bullet. You know,
the interesting thing is that it was the Healthcare Complaints Commission that gave the instruction to remove that part, and then apparently that part was put at the end of the hearing. I just got told on the email that they removed that part and they put that at the end rather than the beginning, but they didn't tell me that. So I don't know. But why does the Healthcare Complaints Commission dictate what goes on with the transcript? And what else did they remove? What else? And it's the job.
You don't know, do you?
No.
And what
I
if they
paid
gone through
my share? I paid $6,000
$6,000,
Yes.
and someone in the Health Commission has gone through with the highlighter going, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Do you know what I mean? And so that's what's happened. Because this
I don't know what
this schmuck who's sitting probably in an office, you know, he's in his living room typing it up. He's not going to do it himself.
What the transcription company said that the Healthcare Complaints Commission likes it. They like it to be in Word document so that they could add annotation, whatever that means. So they could add stuff. I don't know, or they could remove stuff as well. I don't know.
Why you shouldn't add anything to it? It's a legal
Exactly.
document. You shouldn't add any. That's why we have PDFs. That's it. You know, you want to add notation, get a sticky note, put that on. You know, that's what they're for. You know?
Scan it and put it into a Word document.
Yeah, put it on there, and I can just see it all over the thing. The Health Commission. I hate this Cambodian little bitch. She's gonna. It's honestly, this is incredible. This is just incredible.
And you know, I did a petition and had over 1,000 signatures and requested the tribunal to have the matter live stream, and they wouldn't live stream it. And like Paul said, that we missed a lot of things that people could have seen, body language,
Absolutely,
the voice. You know, like I remembered vividly that the judge shouted at my friend who was the support person sitting on my left, and he screamed so loudly, and that wasn't on the transcript. And the other support person, Tony, he got kicked out too, and the judge raised his voice, you know, and you can't, that cannot be depicted in the transcription. Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm just with you. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. There's but it
imagine if there'd been a video. Imagine if there'd been a video and everyone could have watched it. Then everyone could have seen.
Well, it's a very important case, you know, on ivermectin and the effectiveness of ivermectin in the treatment of COVID-19. And I had really credible expert witnesses to support me. And so, you know, we lived through this pandemic, and many people died. And these facts, the facts of my case is really, really important.
Yeah, you could have brought a conga line of people who are like Tyson and Fareed, you know, in the US, who treated 10,000 patients with COVID. Everyone who got treated within the first 3 days of illness survived.
Fareed was across from a hospital where everyone was dying in that hospital, and they were surviving in his hospital. We interviewed him. It's an extraordinary interview. You know, people are arguing about, you know, oh, we've got 2,500 pharma-funded studies that tell us it doesn't work, and we're talking with, you know, doctors and people who are, you know, the jig's up. I would say to people like Alex Berenson and what have you, and to the Health Commission, who are trying to still perpetuate a 2021 meme that early treatment doesn't work. Oh, just, but it is. It was like a 2021 meme that doesn't apply, and they're prosecuting her on the.
Is it just me?
Stop doing that.
Let's drop out.
Stop doing that. You just like vanish. We hear a pop and she's gone.
Someone doesn't like me talking.
Someone doesn't like you. Yeah, I reckon you're way over the target now. This is really interesting stuff. Yeah. This speaks of, and if they've been doing it for a long time, that does not make it right.
No.
You know,
Well,
you can't. Yeah.
well, it's injustice. This is a
Yeah.
great injustice to those who lost their case because they were relying on transcript that given to them by the, by the Healthcare Complaints Commission.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Yeah,
so,
I'd say I think the whole thing was a mockery from start to finish. Just even the Health Commission having the cojones to accuse you of performing below a satisfactory standard when you saved the life when so few Australian doctors did anything. It's like they're just revealing what gutless turds they are by even coming after you. And then, and I'm just speaking for myself, and then to see the behaviour of the tribunal, which is why it should have been televised, so you could have seen the flagrant, brimming with COVID cult smugness set in PSYOP fear programming 2021. They're ignoring what we've learned and what we see and what the lived experience, as they love to use the term, of millions, if not billions, of people around the world now. And they're undoing their credibility, And the best thing they could do is just get out of it, just drop it and walk away quick. But maybe they're intent on doing more and more harm to the reputation of our courts and tribunals and health commissions, and maybe they aren't done undermining themselves. So we'll see.
What's your next step, Miley?
Well, I'm writing to the president of the tribunal so that she's aware of the severity that
Tell them you're going to the police.
Significant of this development, because it's not about me. It's about many cases that have gone through the tribunal, and it's the responsibility of the president of the tribunal to make sure that cases are heard fairly, and that justice is served to those individuals. And with the fact that there's a possibility that the transcript is not authentic and it didn't go through the proper process, this needs to be changed. So she needs to do something about it. And
I think that's case dismissed, to be honest. That's like, see ya. Surely any other thing that would be gone,
You had that case dismissed months years ago.
Well, case should have been dismissed from day one when their expert witness said that she saved the woman's life. If she didn't do anything, she would have died. So that's
their witness against you. Their witness, I'll never forget this. Yeah. Their witness against you said that you saved the woman's life. Yeah. And you're on trial. I mean, it's like, talk about turning the world upside down. The serial killers are walking free, but those that save lives are on trial. I mean, it's,
Yeah, Marley, I posted that a link to that article on vexatious litigants.
Yes.
Which was very interesting.
It was a good article.
I would proffer that you are dealing with a vexatious litigant as a the Health Commission is like the vexatious litigant. And the court, the tribunal is meant to be a neutral, unbiased party. And they clearly lost control.
There's a great comment here by Anthony. Having to pay $6,000, that is stagecoach robbery. Totally agree, Anthony. Give us money or you will not get your evidence. Give us money or you not give you evidence. What?
It's exactly that.
Is it written in gold? I would rather record it myself. Yeah.
The Healthcare Complaints Commission said that if you don't pay up, you're not going to get the transcript.
Well, this here, this I'm just gonna do a screenshot of this. Everybody smile and look nice. There's $6,000 for a falsified document. injustice and corruption, a federal offense. They think they're immune to their own laws. It is evil invested. I think this is handing it over to the cops. There must be someone there can go, yeah, what the hell, you know? This is just, I don't know. To me, that's why I did this early show. When you were telling me on the phone, I was just thinking, it's incredible. It's just incredible. And the fact that he's the only reason he confessed was, weren't you threatening to report him to someone?
Yes, I did.
Why not? And so he didn't confess out of honesty. He confessed because he knows whoever confessed knows he's sitting on a time bomb. This is he's sitting there going, I've been doing this for years. Something's going to break. And they're probably going, no, you'll be fine, you know? Yeah.
It does raise, to me, it raises even more questions about bias, you know, in the tribunal. And you've been saying that, and the funny thing is you're saying, well, I see bias. Bias? What bias? We see no bias. But in the actions, not in the words, in the actions you would have seen the bias. So if this, you know, handing it over to let Triple C provide the transcripts that they desire, rather than being a truly independent arbiter and saying, no, you both get the same transcripts to work off. You know, that would have been true impartiality. And this is what I mean. They're just revealing more and more their bias. And if you'd seen it, if you'd been able to watch the proceedings, you'd have seen the inherent bias that you were trying to get to. No bias whatsoever. And you miss all that wonderful nuance. And then what's left on the cutting floor are these transcripts, which even then they're trying to sanitize. So it's just pathetic, really.
Yeah.
You should get your $6,000 back for a start.
Yes. Well,
you paid for a document that was real, not something they made up to suit themselves.
I don't really want the money back at the moment.
Well, you can donate it to us.
I don't really want the money back at the moment. I actually want an authorized transcript that is approved by the tribunal.
Yeah.
Because they made the order, and I've done my bit that they wanted me to do, and they have to deliver.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Maybe
and
you need
you know,
a court
I'm
order.
so
Maybe you need a
guilty.
court order. You need a court order, Miley, from a higher court to tell the tribunal to do its job.
No, but if they make a decision based on this unauthorized transcript, then it's jurisdictional error. Full stop. There's no justice. There's just procedural unfairness. I mean, there's procedural unfairness at every single point in my case.
Yeah, absolutely. They're so friggin' dodgy. I think this is a bomb, man. It's a little Cambodian bomb. This is a big way.
And you know, it's just so much more effective when I do it by myself, because my lawyers didn't pick it up. Because these transcripts been, hang on, where are you guys going?
Where'd we go? Hold on. What's going on? I don't know what's going on.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand?
Trump's on.
I was just going to say that I don't know where we've gone. Oh, there we are.
We were bombed by Trump, but he's on the money.
We contacted Trump for a quote. And
Did you? How much was the transcript? God, it's like gold. You know,
$6,000.
Yeah.
I mean, how many pages was it?
There's not that many. Maybe at 1,500 altogether. For all the hearing days.
Even that. How do you know? You'd have to sit there and go through using your, to remember. This is so
But
Sorry.
that's not the point. The point is that the tribunal has the responsibility to make sure, by law, they have the responsibility to make sure that they kept a recording of the hearing.
Absolutely.
And also when a transcript is to be produced, it has to be authentic. It has to be the original, exactly how the hearing, what was at in the hearing. So
Yeah, exactly. One more thing.
Yeah.
When this guy confessed to you, did he do it verbally or did he do it in writing?
Oh, in writing. Yeah, I was.
Yes, so gone, buddy. You're
I said,
so
oh my
gone.
God,
His wife
thank
is
you
at
for the
home now hitting him
confession.
with something. She's just smashing him. You sent him what? You did what? I mean, he's so gone.
Yeah. I said, this is wow. I said, this is excellent.
This is incredible. Yeah, yeah.
You make my day, you know. And I'm waiting for the I was waiting for the tribunal to respond to all my questions about the transcript, and they tried to evade responsibility. They said, oh, you know, you can have the recording, it's free, you can pay $2 per page for the recording. And I go, hang on here. I've already paid $6,000.
Yeah.
And you're meant to give me the proper, the
My
certified.
God, this is amazing. We have to go because Robin's coming on next, but
Sure.
so this is a special show. So we'll
Thank
stay
you.
posted, see what happens. But my advice: this is police matter now. This is somewhere there has to be some element of justice somewhere where someone goes, "That's the law." You don't doctor a tribunal document or a law document. You just don't. You don't even have to be a lawyer to know you don't. You know, that's like getting a contract in Word, going, oh, you know, just, I mean, come on. This is, amazing. Amazing. It truly is. This is like a Netflix series in reality. It just keeps going. You know what I mean? Yeah. Netflix should get behind this and do the persecution of Dr. Miley. It's fascinating because it really goes to the heart of who we are as Australians, and the above us, they are just so corrupt now, or they appear to be corrupt, you know, allegedly. They appear to be corrupt to an extraordinary level, you know? Yeah. Okay, my dears, anything else?
You. No.
Okay. Okay, no worries.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
No
Paul.
worries, Miley. Take care of yourself. I'm just going to
Okay.
quickly do an ad for the new shop and then go from there. So cheers. And so so this is the new shop here. If you go here, we'll be getting this ready, doing a lot of work. So you go shop, and then you can go Blue Bees. Is that working? And you got all the Blue Bee merch there. And then you go Culture Music Shop, and Culture Music Shop. This is what I've been working on like crazy. See how fast it is. We've got music going down here. And then there's Margie's Mugs. Margie's in Mildura. She makes the mugs. I think she's got a Paul mug here somewhere. There it is. Got the Oosterhouse mug. And so they're all there. So that's all as we get ready for Christmas. So what we're trying to do, this is profound. What we're trying to do just in the last 5 minutes before we go, we're becoming, we've been going for 5 years now, Cafe Lockdown. It's got all these different podcasters. We have to find a way to finance ourselves, and we can't do it. The main guys won't advertise it with us, but if they do, they'll probably want us to change to protect their product. So this is a way that the people can keep us on up, because all the products in there are either to do with our community or are going to be made by our community. So this is an ecosystem of our tribe here, and it's going to grow. So
you can support your podcaster by going to the store and
and every single podcaster from Robin, Paul here, Oosterhouse, Rahana, Jason Olborn, They're all going, if they want, they're all going to have their own link. So if you're liking their show and you want to support them, and you need some Chrissy Prezzies or something, they'll have a link on their show. You go with their link to the show, and whatever they buy from the shop, they get 20% of. So this is how we're going to try get some commerce going, because most of these guys do it literally for nothing. They just spend a lot of time in their living rooms and other things getting it ready, and it's not. So this is revolutionary. And if it works with Cafe Lockdown small team, then we're going to spread out to other podcasters, other influencers, and anyone else really that's trying to do anything. This is a way, and it won't pay your mortgage, but just get some trickle economy going in our community and building some strength. So that's what we've been working on in the background for ages. Closed Social is going to end. It's still up now, but we're moving to another one called Fort Clos, which is much cheaper for us to run. Fort Clos is really expensive. So, I mean, Closed Social is really expensive. So Fort Clos is going to be, and I'm already in, so it's going to happen pretty soon.
This one's got fiberboard and weatherboard.
That's right.
It's still a fort. It'll keep the water off.
Yeah,
keep the tyrants at bay. You know.
Yeah, and there's a few other things. The 40-hour marathon will probably happen in November. We'll be arranging a date. We've been working on all of that all today, just getting it organized. But basically, we will have our own social thing, Closed Social. It's going to be also there's an app coming. So pretty soon we're going to have an app for the new one. So you'll be able to do it from your phone, which was always a problem with Closed Social. So
and you'll be able to watch video.
Yeah, hopefully that's the next thing. That's the next thing. So that's an issue with it.
That'll be transformative once.
Yeah, so that's an issue with it. So we might have to. Anyway, we're walking that way. But it's welcome to Fort Clos. That'll be looked at in the next few days. Apart from that, I'm going to let the big guy have a rest. And this is the new. People are wondering about my book cover. We've sent off a load of books today, and I just see, and people are going to me, oh, it's really, some people saying it's sort of blurred. That says Australia, land of the free, as long as you do as you're told. But I didn't take the shot. The shot was taken literally a couple of minutes, if that, before they shot Matt Lawson, and then before they pepper sprayed Rukshan and me and everyone else. This I got only last year. This was taken. This is where it's from. So this is at Flinders Street. This was about a week or so before the shooting at the Shrine, and this was that. So the book's on Cafe Lockdown going there too, but that's it. This is our history. They're already trying to erase it. So I was collecting essays the whole way through. I was just putting up Substack for something to do. But John Stapleton from Sensor Place Publishing, he thinks it's worthy to put in a book. So he's publishing that. They're doing another go at the text actually tomorrow. But it's available if you want a signed copy. Get in touch now.
And you can put it on your coffee table for Christmas.
You can put it on your coffee table.
It's a real physical book. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. It's a physical book. Anyway, I'm going to go get out of here for the thing. I'm just going to go with because I don't want to interrupt Robin, and no, I might go with this. 54. Okay, I'll go with this. One night when I was driving my trams, this actually happened. A man got on. He was drunk. He was very upset, but he was standing to attention. It was really bizarre, and he was an Afghan vet, and he was really struggling. He was living in a emergency housing with beaten mums and junkies. And he was too drunk. They didn't let him in. He was just wandering the streets. And it really moved me because it was a forgotten war already. So this was sort of for Bruce Payer knows. Anyway, good night, guys. And I'll see you Next, they're talking about digital ID with Robert next, with Michael Ginsberg. And then after that, I'm back with Lance at 9:15. I'm back with Lance from Marble Bar. And this is an amazing guy. We stayed in this property. It's as big as Singapore. He's going to be back then. So anyway, let's go out with this. See you next.
We got a call to a disturbance at the richer part of town. Found a young man standing at attention. He'd smashed a car's windows, and the way he was waiting made us both question his intentions. After we threw him in the van, my partner asked, "So where'd you get these medals, son?" "They're mine, sir," he whispered, as he glared into the nowhere I was in, Afghanistan. He'd been too drunk to get into the hostel that he shared with the junkies and the worn out and runaway moms. So with nowhere to sleep, he'd wandered our streets until he'd caught someone watching him like he was nothing but a bum. Forgotten wars leave forgotten people, like autumn leaves racing towards a winter's drain. But then I guess if we didn't remember to forget them, how would they ever convince us to go to war again? I could see that he was a round peg, trying to fit into a square hole, but the empty corners were still too loud. I asked him what it had been like over there, but despite being locked up, it was clear he was just too proud. So he called his ex-co, who said he's lost too many mates and most of them over here. You see, it doesn't matter how far they run, not everyone gets to come home from Afghanistan. Forgotten wars leave forgotten people, like autumn leaves racing towards a winter's drain. But then I guess if we didn't remember to forget them, how would they ever convince us to go to war again? I went to see the vehicle's owner to try and plead his case, but all she said was, "Look at my cleaner." I've never heard her once complain, even though thanks to the war she was a refugee from Afghanistan. Forgotten